trees is actually getting on trees. Branch, yeah, you see it. Not saying that to national, not to bring to together. I'm playing the discipline effect of the community, the something planning for them, because the one pile on continuous with them. They've identified where the piles are going. You can, yes, you can access the now, and you can tell you exactly where each pile they're making the heat at. I know there's a bit of traffic going on. On that plan,
That's where they do.
Yeah.
Then you go through the plan application, then the way go back.
Right.
So you when you come.
Yeah, this is
After the.
it's a mind ditch. It's really by the village in the river, and that's.
I'd like to welcome the council, the committee and members of the public. Declarations of interest. Apologies for absence here.
We've received apologies from Councillor Maura Bailey, Councillor Nick Howells and Councillor Bill Rowell.
Thank you, Kim. Declarations of interest and dispensations. To receive and resolve. If desired, declarations of interest and relevant dispensations. Public participation. To receive members of the public who wish to address a meeting in respect of any item or business included in the agenda. No resolution can be made under this item and should relate to only to matters of council policy or practice and not individual affairs or the questionnaire or any other named person. So we've got someone would like to address the committee from the public.
Yeah,
Would you like to come up?
give it a go.
Yeah, come on, give it a go.
It's regarding the Quarry Surf Station. Right.
Which is number 4 on the agenda, yeah?
4.2, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, 4.2, yeah.
Obviously, I'm the surrounding landowner,
Right,
so the access roads and the property to the right and to the rear of that are owned by me.
right,
So we've got several concerns about that site. Primarily the use, the change of use from commercial to residential. Obviously, there's a distinct lack of commercial property in the town. So I don't know of another vacant commercial site within a district. Obviously, there seems to be a number of potential housing sites available. So for me, it seems that the council, this committee has a difficult choice, whether they're going to invest in commercial site and jobs that creates, which is long-term wealth for the town, or whether they're going to have it sold for short-term profit from a big PLC. So it seems there's a very different point of view with both of those things. Obviously, I'm aware that everybody's got to be housed, but commercial ground in Welshpool is at a premium.
Yes.
And the change of use for that is, for us, is quite significant. Obviously, if permission is granted for that, the way that we operate from the stonemasons there, and the security that we have to protect our stock and the memorials that we hold on behalf of families will have to change significantly. Currently, the site, because it's been commercial use, is shut at 6 o'clock. There are no people there. You know, if it's a residential site, you know, there's going to be people around 24 hours a day. The children that may be playing around those sites, we've got to safeguard them by protecting our stock. Some of our stock is dangerous. You know, if these things are pushed over, and it will. So to protect these kids breaking into our site is gonna is a the place is going to look very different from the appealing place that we're trying to make it with planting and whatever. Obviously, there are a number of issues with surface water drainage on that site too. The surface water drainage currently is with 4 soakaways that are on my property. And when it rains very heavily, the surface water drainage, the surface water drainage on that garage site can't cope with the water that goes in there. So the water comes around and back into the quarry and floods that central car park. So that is quite an issue.
It's an issue already, but actually, it's quite bad, the surface water.
Yeah, but
Which side, so I know it's about that.
it is, yeah. It's I mean the culverts there are some serious issues there. I think what I'm worried about, when we've seen applications for planning go in before, the surface water drainage particularly it's a box ticking exercise, and it's ticked and it goes into existing waterfalls, and there's no further investigation for that. So that's obviously we don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
The other issue that I've got is obviously with the way the plans have been drawn, particularly the traffic calming and the recommendation of a one-way system around the quarry is on property that is in my ownership. I don't quite understand how the architects and YRO particularly have thought it sensible to use my ground as part of their planning application.
Right.
Have you not been, sorry, Chair, have you not been consulted at all through this planning system?
Yeah, I had the proposals that have been submitted to this council probably 8 days ago.
Right, okay, but nobody's actually approached you prior to that, about the land or anything like that?
Not to
As
give
a
me
landowner.
specific detail of what the proposal was.
So they've not,
So there's been ongoing dialogue,
yeah,
but obviously, for me, there's an issue between the information that the land registry pulled and the information on the deed of transfer that was when we purchased the ground from Judah.
right, okay.
So there is a difference there. Particularly the traffic calming, the width of the road, the proposal is outside the entrance to my yard is to narrow that to 2.9 meters. Currently, it's 6 meters.
You can't do that with your business, can you?
What it means for me is that my customers can reverse out of my office across the road and take off again.
Right.
I don't understand how they expect that to stick. I don't understand it at all.
I see we're pretty well taken over as asking you questions now. In a perfect world, what would happen to the old garage and the tanks and everything else that is left there after that's
It's an eyesore.
Are we going on to deal with the actually substantive? Or are we still-
We're just we're asking questions of someone who's addressed the committee.
The actual application, the pre-application,
Yeah.
this is just public participation, so this section is where they get a
Can
chance
ask
to talk,
questions and-
you can't talk during the actual application discussion.
I know.
So would the tanks be removed? Or could they be removed? I don't even know.
They can be removed. They've been removed at the site in Guildford.
Right, yeah,
At Fairview.
Yeah.
So they've done that because they wanted to build over the top of them.
yeah,
Obviously,
okay.
the building line is such that the tanks have been left in to save cost. And so that's why the proposal is as it is, I guess.
I would still ask the question, in a perfect world, what would you like to see there
I think it should be commercial.
on your land?
This site, I
Just
think, should be
the
used.
garage part.
Yes, I think it should be commercial use.
And
not-
you
not
own the
resi-
road that goes round?
Yes, all of it.
And who owns the middle?
The middle is owned by me,
Where the caravans are?
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, everything after the garage, you own
yeah,
it?
yes, not outside the road, everything inside.
Yeah,
the road,
yeah, okay.
Including the road entirely.
And would you like to see it all commercialized?
No, I think the quarry is a historic part of the town, I would say.
Yeah,
That provides very low cost living in a sheltered way
Yes,
For-
I think it does
for
now, for
people-
many years.
for people that require that start in life.
Yeah,
So obviously for us, that isn't particularly financially viable.
you just gonna quickly ask, and the peregrines in the forest,
So,
so that they're not spread that.
I think it didn't mind. So,
Sorry, I just asked about the peregrines still up there.
oh, the peregrines, right, yeah.
They're endangered species now, aren't they?
council not interested, the Powers County Council not
Well,
interested.
on half the applications that we had through council, that is a major thing, is
It
about
is.
wildlife, they won't let people do garages.
It
because
is.
of people bats and things like that. So I think
All right,
we need to look at that.
Especially these days and age, you can't take a fence up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally
And if they're thinking
Uh,
of doing like
very, very difficult.
residential property.
Yeah.
Then you've got to run the risk of losing the birds from the quarry, haven't you? And because
Yeah.
stuff like that, it won't. I know there's residential there now, but it's
No.
really small.
so I've written a 6-page letter to the council.
Yeah.
On the planning permission that has just taken place, which was potentially for a storage unit.
Yeah,
Which is directly underneath where the peregrines are nesting
Yes.
this year. And there was no action taken that at all. None.
it's one rule for one and another through another. Seems to be the case, I'm afraid. With planning.
Hmm.
So,
Anyway, thank you very much.
You're
What, Mr.
Hughes, Peter.
Mr. Hughes? Thank you. Could we listen to
Jonathan Goulden.
Jonathan?
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Jonathan.
So I'm the resident of Fir Tree View, which is the 1840s cottage immediately opposite the current site, the garage site.
Oh, right, across the road from it,
Yes,
where the church used to be.
that is the bungalow.
Right,
Plamidos, Joan and John,
Yeah,
yeah,
and they are my immediate next door neighbours.
okay.
And I'm also,
so you're the white cottage?
no,
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 I've got it wrong. Right, the other side of that.
the other side.
Right, I've got, yeah,
Yeah, next to me is the egg packing.
that's right. Yeah, I know where you are. Thank you.
So I'm speaking on my own behalf as a resident there,
Yeah.
and also on behalf of Joan. John sadly
Yeah.
is not in a fit state to speak. This is a key entrance point to the town,
Mhm.
and so
Yes,
in principle, the opportunity to redevelop what is a unused, economically idle eyesore is to be welcomed. But the block plans and the 3D sketches make no reference to the properties immediately across the other side of Brook Street. And my bedroom window would be across the road and then around about 4 car lengths to the 2-bedroom windows of one of the first floor units that you can see in the plan.
The dwellings that they propose to put up,
Yeah. My immediate concern is about loss of privacy, but also it's shitty. I think Peter is touched on a more fundamental point. It's about the suitability of a residential use in that particular area, because where we both agree is, you know, I've been fine with 9 till 6 use. I have no issues with the garage behind DNA Autos, with the noise from there, or of any other.
Could I just make a point with plan permission? That was the plan permission for the garage that you're referring to was granted as a storage unit only. And it is quite clear that a plan permission was refused for that. Right. The plan permission was resubmitted for storage unit. The plan's identical. And that's online, so that's manufactured. So that the garage that you're referring to is supposed to be storage unit.
I've no issue with lorry movements to the carpet place and to the other, you know, low intensity commercial use that you will be familiar with in that area, because that use stops at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night. But a residential block of this, which is relatively intense in terms of the number of people that would bring onto that site, will be 24/7, Monday to Sunday. And that gives me concerns about noise and loss of privacy. So at the very least, if it is to be a residential, then there would need to be far better detail and conditions on screening and planting around the site. But actually, where I agree with Peter is actually to put to you that this is not really an appropriate site to be changed from commercial to residential. And I think my last point, I mean, I would wish to see any development fully achieve biodiversity net gain. I actually don't think the current designs go anywhere near that at all. I would expect to see a new build of this nature having at least 1 or 2 living walls to encourage diversity of life of wildlife. I am concerned about noise pollution disturbing the peregrine falcons. But my last point is, as you will know, traffic down Golfer Bank is doing 60 until it gets to the 30 at the roundabout, rapidly decelerates round the roundabout, and then starts to accelerate, bearing in mind that a lot of that traffic is coming back from the coast into the 20-mile-an-hour area. That is still the standard of that road, is as it was as a national trunk road years and years ago. It's very wide, it's very inviting for vehicles to speed. So I would expect to see conditions on this and the Section 106 agreement for this development to significantly calm traffic as it comes into this major entrance point into the town, which has got residential properties further down at the road. Indeed, there is a elderly person's warning sign a little bit further down. Happy to respond to any questions, Chairman.
Thank you. Any questions? Sir, Mr. Mayor?
I've got plenty to say on it, but I mean, I haven't got any particular questions, but I'll wait till we get on to.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, so,
Is this residential or what are they thinking with it?
Sorry?
Actually residential, or is it gonna be an elderly home or something like that? Because are they expecting families to live in it? That's what I mean, look at that, that's so cracked.
Yeah.
You're all on
this,
top of
this
it.
is typical,
Yeah.
this is typical.
It's
They send us plannings like we're
It's
all
not-
builders and all the rest of it. But that is just typical, and that's, I
I think
brought it
Gerald,
up
I
several
can't
times.
assist you on that. I'll sit at the back now and let you get on
Okay,
to.
thank you very much, thank you for bringing that anyway. And Peter, thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, demolition of part of existing building and extension to existing commercial unit, to offer further car servicing and MOT facilities, machine care, Endless Lane, Welshpool. Everyone seen that?
Yep.
Any thoughts on it?
I've got no particular views or observations. I can't see any reason why we shouldn't approve it.
Is it gonna impact on residents? Will it impact on residents? Has anybody had any comments on it? Or anything
Not
like
many
that?
people living down Endless Lane, is there, Sal?
There is. Well, it's them houses here. There isn't there, yeah. So will it impact residents? I think we need more information on it, Chris.
Okay,
to be
then.
honest.
All right.
Yeah, I'd defer it and ask for more information on whether they've
Yeah,
contacted
okay.
residents, etc. Sorry,
Can we do
Kim,
that, Kim?
more wait for
Just-
you, my love, sorry.
I'll just double check, cause
Just have a look at
they have a
it, just
deadline,
see.
don't they? Just check
It'd
it.
be nice to know what residents thought. But if there's no harms on it, I'm quite happy to approve it.
Yeah,
Like
I've
you
got
said.
till 23rd of September, so I can put it on the next agenda. and
Yeah,
ask for
can we
further
do that, just
information.
defer it and ask for more information on it, please.
Do you want a specific kind of
Ask
information?
about the residents, please, and then whether they're happy for this to happen, noise pollution, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Sal.
Okay.
All right, Kim. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
we vote on that, please.
suppose we defer that till next meeting.
Yeah, Sal, seconder, Bill?
Oh,
Put your hand
okay, okay, I mean, I would have just, I mean, it's, if the residents want to object, I mean, they can object, but I mean, it's an existing industrial unit in an area designated as primarily in commercial and industrial use, so
Yeah,
I
but
don't
Philip's
see any
looking at
objection.
size.
But I'm happy to defer.
Yeah, I just want
Happy
some
to
more
defer it,
information
so I'll
on it.
second it.
Thank you, all in favor? Yeah. Okay. 4.2 is what we've already discussed. So we need to discuss it now, all right, pre-application for residential development. Okay, who wants to start? Bill?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, Wyro are essentially part of the Wednesday group. So they've been incorporated about 24 years. Their current turnover in the last financial year is actually less than 1 million, but in previous years it's been considerably higher. What they do is they build environmentally sustainable aim at net carbon zero homes. They've got quite a good reputation. This area is unsightly. It definitely needs developing. The prospects of finding another commercial use for that land are, I would submit, slim. If that were possible, I think it would have been done already. The design that they've submitted, bearing in mind that this is only a preliminary application, it's essentially a consultation. aren't unattractive. Similar examples that they've built in Shrewsbury, Oswestry, look perfectly fine. I have quite a few reservations though. Firstly, and this is a point that I always make with these sort of applications, is they're trying to cram on too many. What we've got here are 6 2-bedroom apartments, 4 1-bedroom apartments, some on 1 floor, some on 2 floors. I think if the model that we should be trying to encourage is a more mixed development, so there should be more substantial apartments in that complex, which would be attractive to families. At the moment, these are aimed at single people, young people, students, and maybe newly married couples, something like that. Every development in the town aims at the same people, and I'm not sure that there's the demand for it. We're not a student town, we don't have a university. Why do we want to keep cramming more and more of these small units into every bit of available land that the town has? I don't like it. I would favour this sort of development if it was a little bit more ambitious in what it aimed at, rather than just trying to turn a profit, which is what this does.
Right.
It crams them all into one space to maximise the profit. My second concern is, what is their business plan? Are they going to sell these on to absentee landlords, buy to rent people, who then, frankly, have no particular interest in how these buildings are maintained as long as they're making a profit? Or are they going to be sold on long leases to owner occupiers, which again I would favour? Then you have 2 environmental considerations. The first is the presence of USTs, which I presume they must be there, and they're probably quite old. So they may predate the days of double skinning. They may already be old and corroded. They would have to be removed. Under the environmental legislation, these are Class A toxic materials, and over time they become more toxic. What worries me is the proximity to the Cledan Brook, which runs very close, and also to the children's playing fields at Dolabelly, which are also very close. So any development of this area would require a survey carried out at the developer's expense of the state that those tanks are in, how they're going to be removed safely. And the other point, which has already been made, of course, is the environmental impact on the quarry, which is a haven for a lot of wildlife, including the peregrine falcons.
Yeah.
And I think that we would need to be assured that that is going to be properly preserved, and this development won't impact on that.
I also believe it's right next to a very busy road.
Yeah.
It's going to back out onto that very busy road.
Yeah.
And we have to remember, if they're putting families in there, there's going to be children crossing that road regularly, certainly to go and play on Dolabelly or
yeah. And the Cledan Brook as well is a real concern.
Yeah, it is, of course. Someone's already died on that brook, a child. So
my proposal, I mean, subject to what other people have got to say, is that I would approve it in principle, but subject to
finding out what's going to go on.
Perhaps looking at a slight amendment to the plans to have some larger living units as well as the smaller ones.
Okay.
That we need to know what the business plan is for how these units are going to be disposed of, and the tenure on which it's intended they be held.
Yeah.
And on the two environmental concerns, which is the
Falcons and.
USTs and the quarry sites, the environment.
Okay. Right, thank you, Phil. Sally, did you want to come in?
Yeah, but like, coming on with you with that, what about you?
Peter, I'm sorry, I couldn't bring you in then, it's, you can't come in while we're discussing, I'm sorry, it's one of the things.
Sorry, did you say I can't come in?
No,
Yeah, fine, thank you.
sorry, I'm sorry,
I don't understand the process.
I do apologize.
That's fine.
I'm happy to talk to you afterwards if that helps.
Yeah, it probably would.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, when we go to these sewerage, there's gonna be a probably a drainage system. Like Phil says, if anything goes into Leadenbrook, well, that'll be catastrophic. I can't speak properly, sorry, I can't say a word. But it's just, to be honest with you, I don't like it. I don't like how it's looking. I don't like the impactness of it. So I'm gonna go against you here, Phil, sorry, I just don't like it. So I'm, whatever you wanna do, but sewage and stuff like that.
I think we tend to forget sometimes that there is water running right from the top of that town.
Right by my house, it's
Yeah.
right underneath my house, so
Yeah, by
it's-
Max Autos and all the way down there, yeah,
It's you come right the way down.
and that is water continuous.
Yeah. That's it. So you go and get anything in that, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, but,
Thank you, Chair. Sal, we have to remember that if we're going to object, it has to be on planning grounds, and
Yeah, I
not liking
understand
it isn't a planning ground. So if
I
you have to
understand.
be specific about what you
Yeah,
object to.
it just looks too. To me, it looks like an old people's home, not a residential property. That's what if that was presented to me like that and I didn't know it was residential. I literally would say, well, is that another old people's home? I think perhaps they might be better if they did something like that, rather than taking it into those cramped apartments that they've got there. I wouldn't want to live like that, would you?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm suggesting that.
There's no way I'd move
you
like that.
approve in principle, but subject to looking at whether fewer units
Yeah.
on the site would be more appropriate.
That is just too much.
Mm.
It's claustrophobic, just looking at it. That's just my opinion. But there we go. But yeah, sewerage is one for me. I want to know about that. What they're going to do with it. If and when it does happen.
and
Welsh will say, I'm afraid.
I agree with Sally totally, I'm afraid. We need a lot more information about where it's going.
I just don't think the plans look right.
Chair, we will have more information because this isn't the planning application.
No,
this is only a preliminary.
But when they send us the proper application, is there going to be enough information on there for any of us to make any sense of it?
Well, if
Hopefully there should, but if there isn't, we can request it.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
And that's, I think, the road we should go
Before
down.
it comes back, or
Yeah, I can.
It-
Obviously Phil's made a proposal that, subject to amendment, proven principle, subject to the amendment of, large living units as well as smaller ones. The tenure, so how they are gonna be sold, leases or selling to businesses, and then the USTs and the wildlife impact of the quarry. That's what I've got.
yeah,
So we can add on.
Tanks, the tanks, Phil,
if
I
you're
know they're
happy
only
with
at the
that.
start, but we've got to find out what is going on with those tanks. We need to find out.
Well, that's exactly what we would be requiring them to do, to carry out a full survey and a ground
Yeah.
survey, and also looking at the water,
Environmental,
and drainage and everything else, because it's all part of the same
Yes.
potential problem.
Drainage is gonna be a big problem up there as well,
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. How do you feel about that, Sam?
if you want to put that in, I'm not going to vote with you, sorry, Phil.
Okay.
I don't like that we approve it on principle. I just don't think it's right for that area, and I think it's too crammed. it's just, no. I'm
You can
afraid.
always say that we make no observation at this stage, but raise these particular
Yeah.
concerns.
Okay, let's do that then.
And then we await full planning application if and when it is made.
I
Yeah.
think we have to put our foot down on this. If that planning application comes back and it has not got enough information on it,
They'll still approve it anyway, because they don't listen to us.
no, Sal, but we must put our foot down as a council
Exactly.
and say, no, we're not going to accept that. We're not architects. Well,
And we're
well,
here
you
for
might be,
residents
Phil, I
too.
don't know, but
I
but
know.
I'm not.
We've got to be listening to residents too. You know, these people have got businesses up there.
We need to know what their intentions are from all of it, from the whole thing.
I agree,
I would say that, Sal.
I agree.
All right, Kim. All's in favour then, Phil's
Proposal.
proposal,
With the added, that we need more information, neither approve or not approve,
yeah,
support, sorry, so then yes.
So we've got that on the table now, so it's, I'm not saying yes to this going ahead. I
No,
want
that's right.
information.
If we raise our, well, the 4 specific concerns that I
Yeah.
have. And say we will await any further application. But we would expect that those issues be addressed. And we will,
explained at least.
yes, I mean, we can reserve our decision until we've seen
Can we
more
say
information.
on that though, that we're not liking what the cramness of it and stuff?
Well, yeah, I've said,
Yeah.
they crammed too much on.
Yeah.
It needs rethinking, I think. It's a perfectly laudable modern design to have mixed types of accommodation in one place.
But is that also going to fit in with the town? That's quite old, that side of town. Like they're all council houses like Woodside, Bron and Buckley, so it's an old sort of like way, isn't it, up there? Like your old cottages, it's just quirky, it's lovely. So putting this slap bang in the middle of that, I think it's gonna look out of place anyway. But that's
Yeah.
just my opinion. Sorry. I'll shut up now. You wish you never come with me now, okay? But yeah, that's just my opinion, and I think we've got to think about the residents that live and work there too. So, because they're elderly, some of them are very old up there, aren't they? And you know, do they want this on their doorstep?
Well,
Would you want
if
it on
it's
your
developed for commercial purposes and somebody decides to put a sausage factory on it and there's lorries full of carcasses coming in with houses day and night, you complain about that too, I would guess.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but we've got to be mindful of residents too, though.
Of course.
So that's my thing. So there you go. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you. All in favour, Bill needs a seconder,
Phil,
Phil needs a seconder. Sorry, I'm losing the plot here now.
As long as everything that I've said is on that amendment.
Are you seconding it?
either support or not support.
Yeah, I'll
You're not
second
seconding it, are you?
I'll second it. I'm not
In
liking
favour?
it.
We'll do that, but we do need a lot of information, Kim.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry, Phil. Love you, really.
Me.
Oh, lost.
where are we now? Five, 2?
Bye.
Right? No, to note the plan, following planning decisions. 5.2.
Yeah, this is
Replacement of
you. So this is what Paris County Council has approved, isn't it?
unauthorized UPVC windows in front and south elevation with timber frame mullions. I thought they were little creatures, mullions. Have they
No,
little
they're
creatures that
minions.
run around?
Oh,
Oh, my gosh.
Having iron opening lights and to the north and east elevations with flush painted timber. Casement windows, replacement of unauthorized UPVC doors with painted timber doors alongside also to reinstatement of the side door of an open fronted cap boarded port. This isn't easy to read, this one, Sal.
This is planning for you, Chris.
Yeah, Portsmouth dual pitch Welsh slate roof,
Chewing down.
Landeroo,
Ooh.
I got that one right.
Well done.
Villa Landeroo, Welshpool Palace.
Okay.
Okay,
Next.
I gotta keep going now. haven't
Yeah.
I? 5.3, construction one agricultural building retrospective, Warren Lewitt, Bellew, Welshpool.
Yeah.
Refused was, demolition of existing conservatory, and erection of extension, Dingle Crocus, Welshpool.
See, that was refused down to wildlife.
That was refused, they said refused,
Yeah, yeah, it was refused for the wildlife. That's just crazy, isn't it?
because of the wildlife.
Yeah.
Good. It's becoming more serious now, though, Sal, isn't it, that the wildlife,
They're not gonna. have
even
bats.
hedgehogs. Yeah.
Bats, they're refused because of the bats.
Date and time of next meeting, to know the next meeting of events and planning committee will be held on the 3rd of September 2025 at 6:30.
Well done, Chris.
Thank you all very much. Sal, thank you for coming.
It's all right.
I do mean
Sorry, I forgot.
There we are. I just gotta hit it once.